Sergei Fedorov was a very talented and naturally born hockey player. When you watch him play, you just think, how did he do that? How did he see that? His play style was just sick. In this video, I will be talking about how his production ranks in Red Wings history, and I will also be talking about his contributions to winning Stanley Cups. As a member of the Red Wings, Fedorov won 3 Stanley Cups, he was a 1-time Hart winner, and he was a 2-time Selke winner. Please keep in mind, for all of these ranks, it is strictly in terms of where it ranks in terms of Red Wings statistics. His 400 goals are 4th, his 117 power play goals are 5th, his 31 shorthanded goals are 2nd, his 252 even strength goals are 4th, and his 79 game-winning goals are 3rd in Red Wings history. His 554 assists are 7th, and his 954 points are 6th. It's also worth noting that his 365.7 goals created rank 5th in Red Wings history. Now, with goals created, the formula is weird, I guess, but it's a stat that I like. In terms of his per game production, his 1.05 points per game rank 4th in Red Wings history. His 0.44 goals per game are 8th, and his 0.61 assists are 5th. In terms of his playoff totals, his 50 playoff goals are 5th in Red Wings history, and his 11 game-winning goals in the playoffs are top 6. His 113 playoff assists are 3rd, and his 163 playoff points are 3rd. In terms of his per-game production in the playoffs, with a minimum of 10 playoff games played as a member of the Red Wings, his 0.31 goals are top 27, his 0.7 assists are 4th, and his 1.01 points per game are also 4th. Just like with the last slide, all of these ranks are strictly in terms of Red Wings history. Fedorov is one of 6 Red Wings to score 50 or more goals in a season. His 9 30 or more goal seasons are 3rd. His 10 goals in the 1997 playoffs are top 8 for a playoff run as a member of the Red Wings. His 450 plus assist seasons are top 4. His 2 100-point seasons are 2nd. His 120-point season in the 1993-1994 season, which was his Hart, Pearson, and Selke season, ranks 5th for most points in a season for the Red Wings. His 24-point playoff run in the 1994-95 playoffs are top 4 for a playoff run in Red Wings history. Now, of course, the Red Wings did not win the Stanley Cup that season, but it's an impressive run nonetheless. His 7 seasons of averaging 1 point per game or more are top 4 in Red Wings history. He had 6 hat tricks, which I was honestly surprised he didn't have more. It's also worth noting that Fedorov is the only player to win the Hart, Selke, and Pearson in the same season, and that is in terms of all NHL history. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Fedorov is a 2-time Selke winner, and I wanted to break down his Selke seasons a little bit. His first one came in the 1993-94 season when there were 26 teams. The Red Wings allowed 275 goals, which was 16th in the NHL. However, their shots against was top 5. Their penalty kill wasn't all there quite yet. The Red Wings ranked 12th in shutouts, and they ranked 6th in power play opportunities against. So you can't entirely see Fedorov's defensive impact in the 1993-94 season, but you can clearly see it in the 95-96 season. The Red Wings ranked 1st in goals allowed, 1st in shots allowed, 1st in penalty kill. Their 9 shutouts were tied for 1st, and their 375 power play opportunities against were top 5. Now, with the shutouts, I'm sure there are going to be people that would argue that's a goalie stat, not a team stat. And in some cases, yes, and in some cases, no. But that's a discussion for a different time. Also, I don't have on the screen Fedorov's defensive point shares, but I guess it's worth noting that in 1993-94, Fedorov led all forwards with 2.1 defensive point shares, and in the 1995-96 season, Fedorov led all forwards in defensive point shares, again with 2.5 defensive point shares. On this slide, I got Fedorov's career highs for points, assists, and goals in a playoff series. In 1995, in round 2 against the Sharks, which was a 4-0 sweep, Fedorov had 4 goals, 7 assists, and 11 points in 4 games. He averaged 2.75 points per game. For some perspective on how productive Fedorov was in that series, Wayne Gretzky, during his NHL career, no WHA, averaged 1.84 points per game in the playoffs. Now, of course, Fedorov did not keep up that insane level of production all the time, but he was that productive in that series. In the 1996 conference finals against the Avalanche, the Red Wings did not win that series, but Fedorov had a career high in assists with 8 for a playoff series. And then in 1998, in round 1 against the Coyotes, the Red Wings won that series 4-2, and Fedorov had the most goals in that series that he had ever had in a playoff series for the Red Wings, with 6 goals. If you've followed my channel, you'll know that I don't really judge players on wins and losses. I kind of judge players on championships, but more specifically, I judge players on contributions to championships. And Fedorov was a very key contributor to the Red Wings winning championships. On this slide, I got Fedorov's production during the postseason in the Red Wings Stanley Cup winning years, and I also got his production in the finals. In 1997, Fedorov scored 8 goals, which was top 3 on the Red Wings. He had 4 game-winning goals, which was first, along with 12 assists, and he led the Red Wings in points during the 1997 playoffs. And then in the finals, he was top 3 on the Red Wings with 3 goals. He had 2 game-winning goals in the finals, 3 assists, and his 6 points were first on the Red Wings during the Stanley Cup Finals in 1997. Then in 1998, Fedorov led the team in goals for the playoffs with 10. He was top 6 on the Red Wings with 10 assists, and his 20 points during the playoffs were second on the Red Wings. He wasn't as heavily of a contributor in the finals, but he definitely contributed with his 3 points, which were top 6 on the Red Wings. And he also just contributed a lot during the playoffs. In 2002, Fedorov had 5 goals, 14 assists, and 19 points during the postseason, and his 19 points were top 3 on the Red Wings. He didn't score a bunch during the finals in 2002, but he did get a bunch of assists, and he had 4 of them, which was top 2 on the Red Wings. And even without his scoring during the Stanley Cup Finals in 2002, Fedorov still led the team with 5 points. So like I said, Fedorov was a very key contributor to the Red Wings winning games and winning championships. And Fedorov is most certainly deserving of consideration to be a top 10 Red Wing of all time. So that will be all for this video. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, thank you for watching.